The difficult moments in life are always sudden. Whether it is the blow of life, emotional setbacks, or external pressure, it seems that everything is trying to break us down. But in fact, these adversity are an opportunity for us to regain our true strength. When you stand in the depths of darkness, have you ever doubted your ability? Have you ever felt isolated? At this time, there is a force that cannot be defeated in the depths of your heart, which is waiting to be awakened. Adversity often makes us feel unbearable and even makes us doubt our own ability. However, adversity itself is not a problem. The real challenge is how we face it. When we turn our attention from external difficulties to internal forces, we will find that we have infinite potential to overcome difficulties. Inner strength comes from awareness and acceptance. When we sense our pain and do not resist it, but accept it as a part of life, the inner power begins to awaken. Just like the tree rooted in the earth, no matter how fierce the wind and rain are, it still stands tall, because its power comes from the depths. In the same way, our hearts are the same. Only when we are connected with our inner power can we overcome the challenges of the outside world and find peace and relief. When we fall into the low tide of life, pain and setbacks often make us feel confused and lost. However, pain is not the enemy, but the teacher who makes us grow up. When we learn to accept pain instead of avoiding it, we can discover inner strength from it. This power comes from our awareness of the essence of life. Pain is temporary, and only inner peace and wisdom can bring true relief. When we no longer resist reality, but completely accept and coexist with pain, the inner strength will begin to emerge. This power can not only lead us out of the low tide, but also make us face the challenges of the future more firmly. Adversity often makes us feel trapped, unable to move forward, and even doubt our own ability. However, the real dilemma is often not the external environment, but the limits we set for ourselves in our hearts. When we learn to break through these inner limitations, we can truly find that we have infinite possibilities. Our hearts are like the infinite sky, without boundaries. When we set limits on ourselves, the power of the soul can't be shown. When we break through these limitations and accept our infinite potential, our inner strength will naturally be revealed. This kind of power comes from our awareness and acceptance, which allows us to maintain our inner freedom and strength in difficulties, so as to find the way of relief. The challenges of life are always coming. Sometimes we are caught off guard and even feel powerless. No matter how violent the storm in the outside world is, we can always choose to maintain inner peace. This kind of tranquility comes from our deep understanding of the truth of life. All external things are temporary, and only inner peace can bring real strength. When we learn to stay calm in the storm, the inner strength will continue to increase. This power comes from our awareness. It reminds us that no matter what happens, inner peace is always our greatest support. As long as we can maintain this tranquility, the challenges of the outside world cannot really affect our hearts. Many people often feel unable to accept their vulnerability and helplessness when facing difficulties. However, the real healing comes from our complete acceptance of ourselves. When we no longer resist ourselves, but learn to embrace our pain and vulnerability, the inner healing power will emerge. This healing power comes from the depths of our hearts. It makes us understand that no matter how many difficulties we encounter, we always have the ability to heal ourselves. When we fully accept ourselves and connect with our inner strength, the pain is no longer so heavy, but becomes the nourishment for our growth. The dark moments of life are inevitable, and darkness is not eternal. When we go deep into our hearts, we can find the power that guides us to the light. This light comes from our awakening, which shows us that no matter how dark the moment is, the light in our hearts always exists. When we can find this light in the dark, the inner strength will continue to increase. We are no longer trapped by darkness, but learn to find strength in the dark and move towards a brighter future. This is a kind of inner transformation, which makes us understand that no matter how deep the difficulties are, we always have the ability to move towards the light.